Wow, so Arsenio Hall turned down the role in Bad Boys, which went to Will Smith. He could have been sitting alongside Martin Lawrence. Interestingly, he was offered the role. I'm trying to think because in the when the Bad Boys franchise started, was Arsenio Hall still a major player in terms of at the time? Well, he still did roles and things, but he said he has no regrets. Do I think he would have fit off well with Martin Lawrence? Arsenio was one of those guys that you could definitely flow off of as a sidekick, dude. But I don't know if he could have carried a whole movie on that level. I mean, obviously with coming to America, everything was worked out so well, but I don't know. But could he have pulled it off? Well, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence have great chemistry on camera, so it's kind of hard. And Will Smith is one of those actors that people tend to flow through. So, you got to have someone that is a lead that's convincing. Martin Lawrence is really good, and as a comedian, he carries situations. But in a particular role, Will is definitely the one that's the top dog. So I don't know if Arsenio Karen Martin would have worked. Would have been interesting, but I don't know if it would have quite risen to the level the Bad Boys franchise has. And that's another thing too. When you're putting someone in a role, you got to see if it's going to really set a spark. Arsenio is one of those kind of people that, as a sidekick to a comedy, and he is funny in his own right, and he definitely has some funny lines and some moments. Uh, but the thing is in the totality, I don't know if it will quite hit quite the same. It's one of them things where you are kind of like wondering, like, on this vehicle, because he hasn't been attached to too many what I call big time movies in a long time. So that could have been kind of like we have to wait and see that out. But it would have been interesting if they had done a sketch of it. He's had some moments, but I don't know. That's a really dicey call when you think about it. How he fits in with that, despite this guy being in some being in a big movie with Eddie Murphy, and also he happened to have his own TV show. But the comedy level and where you go and can you carry a franchise, and he was never what I call a frontline comedian like Eddie was, like Martin Lawrence was, like Chris Tucker became, guys that were comedians who also carried big movies. That wasn't the thing that you associate with Arsenio Hall. But as like a sidekick or someone that could do it, or even what the Wayans do, you know. So it would have been, mm, I don't know if it quite rises to the type of success, but I think if people would have checked it out. But again, it all depends on the kind of, you know, uh, movie it is, with the pacing of it, So it was one of those kind of random things that I said, "Oh, really? Arsenio turned that down? Wow." You know, Arsenio's an interesting comedian because he's one of those kind of guys that if you put him in the right vehicle, he could loan himself, obviously between but Sinbad style of comedy, but also Eddie. So it's interesting mix. Like I said, he's one of those guys you can feed off of. But that's interesting. That and but he says he has no regrets about it. And I mean, the guy knows his way around. He's been successful, so it's not like, you know, sometimes it just ain't meant to be in your lane. So, but it was interesting. He was offered that role before Will Smith. It's always amazing when you hear about how certain people get certain opportunities beforehand and they pass on them for whatever reason. So, anyway, let me know what you think. Do you think Arsenio could have done Bad Boys with Martin Lawrence, or do you think he made the right call and let Will have it? Please let me know in the comments below. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like, and hit that membership because when you do, requests like this come true. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.